Hello and welcome to my channel. So, you're probably here because either you're going to be staying in Bruce Hall soon or you want to see the different UNT dorms, but you're in luck because I'm going to be doing a complete overview of my dorm room at Bruce Hall in this video. So stay tuned. So here's the door, of course. You have your fire escape plan, and then you can keep it locked or unlocked at all times. This is where you control the temperature. It can go up to 79 and down to 60. You can't choose whether it's air or heat. The building chooses that for you. And it can get a little intense. When I moved in the summer, the air was on and it was absolutely freezing. But to turn it off and on, all you do is you go up to the switch right here. I usually kind of climb on my bed, go up to that switch right there, flip it up to turn it on, flip it down to turn it off. And also to combat the intensity of this, you might instead want to use your fan. It's got 3 different speed settings. And it's pretty nice to have all these kind of options in the dorm. And it's nice to be able to actually get to control somewhat your own AC/heat. Next, we have our little sink area right here. We have 2 outlets, and there's also one right up there by the light that I literally just discovered the other week. Landline, but I mean, come on. Does anyone have a landline anymore? 2 light switches. This one turns on this light. This one turns on the fan light. And the great thing about this is that it's not like the gross yellow kind of light. It's the nice LED one, which is good. You have the mirror right here, and it opens up for the medicine cabinet. Now, as you can see, Bruce Hall is a super old dorm. So you're gonna have sometimes some kind of rusty and worn out things. So I wouldn't suggest putting your toothbrushes right here or anything. I would suggest only putting things that are bottled, things that are boxed. I just have pills and stuff, medicine, and then Band-Aids, stuff like that. Right here you can put soap. I put my retainer. Again, these are pretty rusty and stuff like that, so just be aware. And right here you have the sink, you have a little space for soap, your toothbrush, cold and hot water, and you also have 4 towel racks. This one's way up there, and then you have these 2. I use this one to put tissues, cups, whatever on. And then right here in between the sink, I have my little shower caddy. So this one is from Target, and this is the only one I could find that would fit. A lot of the bigger kinds, they won't fit. So this is just one, like a small kind of wiry one from Target I got fall 2020, or I guess August 2020 they had them. So these fit, and they'll fit on both sides if you want to tuck your shower caddy in between the sink. Every room gets a recycling bin because you can use it for trash too, which is what I do. I would recommend getting a rug under here because that's where I put, my shower caddy and shoes and stuff. You don't have to. That's just a recommendation. And then every room gets a doorstop, which is really handy for move in and move out. Okay, next is the closet, which is actually a pretty good closet for a dorm room too. Here it is. So this is just a tip again. If you have a lot of jewelry, and this mirror is kind of dirty, but if you have a lot of jewelry and you need a mirror and stuff, this is a nice full-length mirror that also, you can see, opens up to be a jewelry box. So that's a good storage option. And so this is the closet. This is how much rack space you get, which I think's a pretty good amount. And then I also use these shelves for towels and sheets and stuff too, which is a good option. Up here you have some more built-in shelves with actually, I don't know if you can see, but you have a lot of space. So if you have something tall you need to put up there, it'll probably fit. And then down here is where you can keep your hamper, your shoes, miscellaneous things, and so forth. Next, we have the infamous drawers. And I say infamous because it's just these knobs. They're all different. This one's different. This one's different. You have all these black ones right here, and then these tan colored ones here. It's just, they're not all the same, so it's kind of funny. These drawers are actually pretty good though. There's a lot of space. As you can see, this is where I keep my sweatpants. And if you can look inside, you actually have a pretty good amount of space to put things in. I actually have a lot of extra space with these drawers. Another tip, don't forget your contact paper. This is marbly kind. So yeah, that really makes your drawers look nice. It's more sanitary too. And then also roommates, what they usually do is one gets this one gets that one, and then, you know, share every other one. And then up here, this is where a lot of people keep their TVs, of course. So this is my TV, DVD player, DVDs, whatever. It's hard to see with the TV, but you also have shelves and such. This is where I keep my extra things. So if I have extra, you know, tissues, paper towels, plates, whatever, I usually keep them back there. So this is your little chest TV drawer area. And then you have the other closet, of course. That's my roommate, so I'm not going to show you her stuff. And then we have our little kitchen area. So I wanted to have the kind of bigger fridge just so I had the freezer. So it couldn't fit underneath here. But if you get the one that's just the fridge, I think it will be able to fit underneath here if that's where you want to put it. I just keep some, you know, water bottles there and stuff. I also have these two little drawers. I just keep chip clips in, whatever. You can put whatever you want in there. This is actually supposed to be a vanity, but I mean, look at this light. Look how yellow and gross that is. Ugh. So it does come with a light and then two outlets right here. Right here is just where I keep all my food. And yes, I do have a skinny pop addiction, as you can tell. Please don't judge me. But I just keep all my food and stuff in those baskets and whatnot. And so yeah, this is our kind of little kitchen area right here. And then we have my roommate's desk and then the window. So I never did put up any curtains, but that might be something you want to do. As you can see, this is the view. It's a pretty nice view. You can open it up like that. Just the courtyard, which is really nice. Then this is my roommate's bed. If her stuff looks a little sparse, it's because she's not here a lot. Another option, if you have a bigger shower caddy like she does, you can keep it under your bed instead of keeping it by the sink if it won't fit. And then we get to my side of the room with my little desk and bed area. A lot of musicians stay in Bruce. I keep my guitar stand right here. If I just want to keep a guitar out, it'll be right there. Trash can, whatnot. And then as you can see, all the desks have a little storage area in the side with two shelves that you can keep what you want there. Then we get to the desk. So it's a nice sized desk. You can fit a lot of things on it. I will say you will have to get used to this chair because it actually can rock back and forth, basically like a rocking chair. And when I would first sit in it, I would fall back and I'd feel like I was about to fall off the chair. So it's something you definitely have to get used to. All the desks, they also come with a drawer right here, which is nice. Not gonna show you in it because mine is super messy. So yeah, this is my desk area. And then we get over to my bed area. So the good thing about the beds in Bruce is you can lift them up and have a lot of storage space underneath. You can just take like a sledgehammer and knock it out of the socket and put it in a different one. If you want it higher, you can make it higher. If you want it lower, you can make it lower. Here, this is my Evil Dead blanket, by the way. I keep some blankets on this little storage bin thing. That's where I keep a lot of my guitar stuff. So I moved it out of the way to show y'all that you can put some drawers underneath there. A lot of people have this kind. And then if you're a musician, you can keep some of your instruments under your bed too. Basically, raising up your bed's just a great option if you need more storage space. Another tip I would recommend is to layer up your bed. This mattress, like most college mattresses, is not the best. So I would recommend, if you can, get some kind of foam to put underneath it, and just other, protectors and sheets and whatnot. Just layer it up as much as you can. My roommate didn't do that, or my last roommate didn't do that, and she would sometimes have a hard time sleeping because of it. So I would just recommend layering it up with what you can to get as much comfort as possible. Side note, but I do also have these colorful fairy lights. So all lights have to be battery powered. That is like lights like this and stuff. You can have lamps, of course, but when you have these decorative kind of lights, you need to make sure they're battery powered, but they look really nice in here. And then we get to these bars right here. You can use them to place your towels and stuff. That's what I do. But do be careful. I have bumped my head really hard into one of these before. It hurts. You will get a giant bump on your head, so just be careful. I will tell you a funny thing about Bruce is no two rooms are the same. Because I have these bars here, but I've been to other girls' rooms and they don't have them. Or they'll have them and they're painted white or something. Bruce it's very strange because you never know what kind of room you're gonna get. And lastly, I'm just gonna give y'all some tips if you're staying here or you're wanting to stay here eventually, stuff that you should know about Bruce. So like I was saying, no two rooms are the same. You can look at my room as sort of an estimate, but they can probably be pretty different depending on where in Bruce you're staying. Also, a lot of people know Bruce for like the infamous like roaches and stuff. Now we're the Bruce bees. I've only had one big bug in my room before, and I'm gonna knock on wood because I do not like insects. It was a cricket. Did not like it, hated it, but I killed it. I had to muster up that courage. Bruce is communal bathrooms, so make sure you have your shower caddy, your shower shoes, and everything ready. You will most likely be hearing a lot of people practicing their instruments in Bruce. It's a big musician's dorm. It's right across the street from all of the music buildings and music classes and stuff. There are certain hours in which you can and can't practice, so there's quiet hours that people need to abide by. There is practice rooms in the basement if you're a musician. We also have rooms with a full kitchen area with a stove and everything, and you can go to the lobby, ask for the key, and make yourself your own meal if you want. If you're into cooking, they have that. We have ice rooms too. I don't know if every single hall has an ice room, but you can go in there and get ice. There's also areas to fill up your water bottle if you're using reusable water bottles. There's one laundry room on every floor. Bruce Hall also has Bruceteria. That's the cafeteria in our dorm, which is really nice because then you don't have to go walking to get some food. The type of food they have is very home style. Right now they have pizza and pasta every single day. And then usually they have a different variety of vegetables. They usually always have mac and cheese and grilled chicken. So if you love that, then they'll probably always have that. Parking. So I would suggest getting parking lot 7 because I think that's the closest. It's not the closest to Bruce, but it's like the easiest to get, and it's the biggest parking lot that's really close to Bruce. It's only about like a minute walk. I mean, it's right diagonal from the back of Bruce at least. Anyways, guys, I think that's all I can think of. If I think of anything else that y'all should know, I'll leave it in a comment down below. And if you guys have questions, definitely comment below. If you have questions about like anything you saw in my room or you need any tips and whatnot, feel free to comment. I will be looking at the comments and I can definitely reply to you. Even if you're watching this like a year from now, I'll probably still see it, so feel free to comment. I know I wanted to see as much as the dorm as I could before I moved in, so hopefully you guys can get an idea of what you want to do with your dorm room, and hopefully you guys are excited to be at UNT. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope y'all have a really great 2021 and a really great school year whenever you start it.